Good evening, amazing people. Good evening, leaders. Congratulations for coming in this training. This training is so powerful, and it's a training that maybe if you along the way you feel like maybe you are behind, you can be coming back to look at it, especially when you feel like you don't know how to do your planning. When the new month starts, you don't know how to plan it. You don't know how you can smash those CCs. You're a preferred customer. You don't know even how to finish those two CCs. You know, you're a full member, you're an assistant supervisor. You don't know how to smash those CCs that you need. So it's a plan to how you can plan your 4CC, because 4CC it's a success factor in our business. Man, as you're doing 4CC, you're not, it's like you're not doing the business. You know, it's like you're not doing the business. I know Salima, country sales manager, says at the end of the day, CCC speaks. If we can't see the CCs in the system, how can we tell that we are working with you? How can we tell that we're in this in business? So at the end of the day, CC speaks. But for you to know that, for you to make that, you have to know how can I plan it, because other people go in the month that knowing even how to go about it. So it's very important. Beginning of the month, you plan how am I going to smash this 4CC? How many CCs do I have to do every single month? How many CCs am I going to smash? Maybe that 2CC I'm remaining with. If you're a preferred customer, if it's 1CC, if it's 0 point something, how am I going to do that? I want to mention that every time you do a certain a certain planning you're doing about doing the certain CCs, it's very important to divide those CCs into four parts. Like let's say if your plan is to do 4CC, ensure every single week you're able to do at least 1CC. That way it becomes very easier, very easier for you to smash 4CC. But if you're waiting for you to do, I'll do it in the last week of the month, trust me, you're going to miss out. But if you're going for 1CC, you find that even before the month ends, you can able to smash that. Okay, let's say if your plan is to do 10CC, let's say with your team, ensure every single week you have 2.5 in your system. If your goal is maybe to do 20CC or 30CC, ensure quarter of that is in your system before the week ends. So like this week, we have started already. It will be done by Saturday. Though we have been affected with Tanzanian challenges, like we are still in October. So meaning if you're doing orders today or tomorrow, your CCs will go to October. But when they close, you have to divide the days that we are going to have to say, okay, how can I divide them into 4 to ensure that I'm able to smash my targets in four parts of it. Okay? So now we can talk about CCs, we can talk about, you have to do that CCs, you have to do 4CCs, you have to do 2CCs, you have to do 10 CCs, you have to be 10 CCs so that become a supervisor. But CCs doesn't make sense if you don't have what you're working on, which is goals. You can make 20 CC and if you can even make money, but at the end of the day, if you don't have what you are working on, that CC is useless, because even that money you're going to make, you're going to lose it and you start like over again. You're going to have nothing at the end of the day to show. So it's very important before we even talk about how you can plan your 4CC to know that you must have the goals you're working on. Like this is November, guys. This is November. We're only remaining 4 months to close the year. What goals are you having? You must write down those goals. Have you written down those goals? If you don't, you have to ensure that you are writing those goals down. It's not too late. Tonight, you can do that. Write those goals down. Secondly, make sure those goals are very specific. Don't just say I'll buy this. This is a we have this month we are going to have Black Friday. So maybe you're going to say, I want to buy a phone. Be specific. What kind of the phone you want to buy? It's costing how much? Very important. And also put the deadline. Okay, put the deadline. Let's say you want maybe to upgrade your apartment. Maybe you're shifting. Put a deadline when exactly you want to shift. Maybe you want to buy, let's say, you want to save towards maybe your car, you want to save towards your plots, you want to save towards whatever you want to save. How much am I working on this month? This specific, and put a deadline. By this month, by this date, I have to ensure that this money is in my account. In that way, even when you're doing those CCs, it will be it will be like, it will make sense. It will even make sense to yourself. Because why should we say make 4CC if you are not taking money out of it? If you don't know how you're going to make money out of it, it's very cardinal. Like, if you're an assistant supervisor, if you do 4CC, I'm going to have not less than 8,000 in my pocket. If you're a supervisor, you know that you're going to make not less than 10,000 in your pocket. If you're an assistant manager, you know you're not going to have less than, I think, 11,000. If you're a manager, you know you're going to have not less than 13,000 in your pocket if you do 4cc. I know that you're going to know that, okay, I have to do this. We need to ensure that I have my 4cc. So now, where do these CCs come from in the first place? If I want to make even those 4cc, where do these 4cc, where do even the CCs come from? Number one, the CCs are coming from sales. These CCs are coming from the sales. And let me tell you, our business is 20% selling. Then other percent is coming from recruiting. So you have to ensure that you are selling the product, you're also recruiting. But if you want the bigger business, you want to expand the business, ensure that you are touching much more of recruiting. But that 4cc, let me tell you this, you have to learn how to do 4cc by sales, not only by recruiting, because sometimes recruiting can go down by you fail to recruit maybe in that particular month. But if you're selling, you never miss how to do that 4cc. So if you talk about sales, it's very important for you to have the product focus for each particular week or month. Don't just be a person who posts everything, like anything. You just find anything, that picture is attractive to you, you post. No, you just find anything seems normal to you, you post. Because I'm talking about fibroids, you know, someone is having fibroids. Maybe I've heard that people have been having fibroids, you post. Maybe just see Amphra has posted the C9, you post C9. You see someone has posted Tustio, you post Tustio. I understand. I understand, but let me tell you this. It's very, very cardinal to ensure that you have the product focus for each particular week. What are you selling this week? Like if you have started, which products are you promoting the most? Because if you have the product focus, you're going to ensure that you know the basic knowledge you need to have on each particular product. So even when you're communicating to people, be communicating with confidence, communicating with knowledge, very educative. Even the person when they're yelling to be able to pay you attention. But if you're just everywhere, even the knowledge will be like diluted. Even when you're talking to clients, ask you the question, you'll be like, you don't even know what to answer. So when you have the product focus, first of all, are going to ensure that you have the big knowledge about it. If you have the big knowledge about it, you're going out to research which target market can I focus on right now? What kind of the people can I now focus right now? That's a very importance of having the product focus. Okay, so now let's talk about the activities you must have. Those, it's very important to have the activities. Disease never just come from heaven or never just come by accident. No, it shouldn't come by accident. You should have the plan. What am I going to do? It has to come with activities. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes with activities. For me, I know. For me, I know that it comes with activities. I've never seen someone who have never been doing activities and they have CCs. Show me that person who have never been doing activities, and I'll tell you that they've never been having CCs in the system. Show me that person who's been doing activities. I'll tell you, even their energy, even they have something in the system. Maybe even if they did not do maybe 4cc, but there's some CCs in the system. You should have the plan of activities. So some of the activities you can plan, you can be saying, maybe I'm going to boost 4 times. So this is can be maybe every weekend because we have maybe about 4 weekends in a month. So every weekend I'll be boosting. Maybe minimum $10 or $15. That's a good budget. Minimum $10 or $15 every weekend. That is maybe 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Friday, Saturday, or maybe no, but at least maybe 4 times in a month. And I can guarantee if you're talking to them very well and you have good numbers, there's a chance that you can have 4cc from there. But now you should have also the lower part of it. Don't just to be too over expectant, whereby if a client promises you, you're like, I'm going to sell from to that one, that no, they'll be disappointed. So you have to put also on the lower part. So let's say from there there's a chance that you can sell 4cc, but also there's a non-negotiable that at least you can get the lower part, which is 2cc, half of that. And for me, the lower part, the lower cc, I consider it to be non-negotiable. It has to come in your system. If the lowest is not coming in your system, then you are not just serious. Get it? Meaning you're not talking maybe to client very like the way you should. Then another activity can be you say, okay, I'm going to do tabletop maybe twice this month. I'm going to do twice. It can be maybe one this Monday, another Monday, or maybe this Wednesday, another Wednesday, or maybe this weekend, another weekend, but twice maybe in a month. From there, every time you go to the tabletop, have in mind that every time I do the tabletop, I have to come out with 1cc. By that, even when you are talking to your clients there, you know I am looking for 1cc. I trust even the energy will be different. Don't just stand at the table and laughing at people. Just stand at the table and shivering. Don't just stand at the table. People are coming, you are just letting them pass. No, even when you stand there, you're going to talk to them with confidence. And I believe from there you can get 2cc. But also the lower part of it, you can get at least maybe 1cc from tabletop. Meaning maybe this tabletop you have gotten maybe 0.5, another one 0.5, maybe from this one 0, another one you got 1. But here's the thing, whenever you're doing tabletop, make sure you're collecting numbers of clients. Some clients don't buy there and then, but they buy later on. Then another activity is repeat customers. If you have been talking to customers, really, if you've been talking to customers, don't stop talking to them. Keep on following up on them. Don't be don't be that FBO. Don't be that FBO I know who just depend on repeat customers for the whole month. So this is November. You are not even doing anything. You are like, you're just following up on people, following up on people, following up. No. New activities have to be there. But following up is part of also the strategy or the activity of the people, following up of the people we've been talking to. And from there, I believe if I've got a good number of people, not even a good number of people, if I've got at least good people you've been talking to, you can get at least 2cc. I've got bigger part of big customers. You can even make 4cc from there, but let me just say you can make 2cc from there. On the lowest part, maybe you can make 1cc from there. It's like 10 of village, or maybe which is 2 or C9, which is maybe 10 markers. And at least from there, you can collect something. Or maybe that can be maybe deodorants, I don't know the products you're dealing with, but I know from repeat customers who are just following up on them, giving them good customer care, those who have purchased before, and those people, repeat customers, those who have purchased before. Okay, but also let me just say, also those people who have not purchased before, let me put them on repeat customers as an activity. Then another activity is flyers. When you're giving flyers, make sure you're getting their numbers as well. But for you to have good result from there, don't give less than 200 copies a month. That's 200 copies is like 500 kwacha. 500 money brings money. That's how it is. And what I know is that if you want to make money, it's either you use money to make money or you use sweat and time to make money. That's how it is. So flyers give not less than 200. So this is to say every week give at least 50 flyers. Meaning you give 50 flyers, you collect 50 numbers. And sometimes can be that you have given 50 flyers and you've only collected 20 numbers. That's not a bad number because not every person going to give a flyer will give you the number back. But at least if you are dealing with flyers, give at least 200 flyers and expect 1cc from there. 1cc is giving you, if an assistant supervisor is giving you not less than 2,000. And imagine flyers is just 500 and you've gotten a 2,000. You see the return is big. Return is big. You spend 500, you get a 2,000. 1cc is 2,000. On the lower part of it, maybe you can get about 0.5 from there. Because maybe clients can buy, maybe one client, other client will buy later. But maybe you can get 0.5 from there. Another activity is product launch. Product launch is not only for those people who are new in the business. Even people who've been in the business who can be doing product launch. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, leaders, your upline will never work for you. You have to work for yourself. They'll be there to guide you. Maybe if you're prepared, let's say the product launch, they'll be there. They'll come for you once, twice, 3 times. The 5th time, maybe you have to do it yourself. Okay, but I'm trying to say that product launch is not only for new people, it's also for people who've been in the business. You have talked to a lot of clients that have not been buying. Maybe you're not communicating well. What can you go for product launch, even online product launch? Then you invite those customers, all of the customers you'll be talking to, your upline talks to them, they explain how our product works, and they ask the questions from there. I'm going to get something from there. So product launch, you can say maybe I'll do twice in a month. So that can give you maybe 1cc, because each product launch maybe on a minimum can give you 0.5. Then on the lowest part of it, maybe those 2 product launches can give you maybe 0.5cc. So now, this, if you look at the higher cc of it, these activities can give you about maybe 10cc. That is little. On the lower part of it, you can make 5cc. Both sides, you're going to have good money. So here is a thing. I know you can't choose all of this in the month, I know. But at least choose at least 2 to 3 of these activities. 2 to 3. So now if you're choosing 2 to 3, meaning where I told you that, let's say boosting, you have to do, let's say you're just choosing, let's say boosting, where I said you have to boost 4 times, you have to boost 8 times. This is why I do, with me, I do see people, they have who've been boosting maybe twice in a week, they sell not less than 5cc. Because that's the only activity they've chosen and they've decided to double it. you're doing tabletops, then do it not less than maybe 16 times in a month. Maybe at least do tabletops at least twice in a, I mean, not less than 8 times. So meaning at least twice in a week, twice in a week, twice in a week, twice in a week, even sometimes even every day. Me, I do CFBOs who do, like there's this lady by the name of Dolin. She's in the team of Leader Damaseke. This lady does physical activities every day. Like she has got a table, so she display table somewhere at least. Maybe it's sometimes in that she can be at stay in that Levy Mall. Sometimes she can be somewhere, but every day, and she sells not less than 5 cents because that's the only activity she has chosen. She says, "Me, online, I'm not good at that. I'm good at physical." So she does that. She's doing that. Then repeat customer, can't say you can rely on repeat customers to say for the whole month you keep on following up on people who've been buying. No, you have to look for more, but it should be part of the strategy. Should be part of the strategy. Okay, if you are going to choose flyers, yeah, choose flyers. Then if you're going to say I'm just going to use flyers, then maybe double it or quadruple it. Meaning give not less than maybe 800 flyers. If that's the only thing you are doing, then trust me, forces will never be the problem. What I'm trying to say is that choose the activities. Don't just be that person who complains. No, there are some activities here which you can do maybe without even using money, like product launch. You're not using any money here. No, you're not using any money. Start from there. Repeat customers, follow up on people to make some sales. Maybe you can do some boosting. See what shops you can do here. So leaders plan to do 4cc on retail. Plan to do that. And this month of November, decide and make that decision that you never go below 4cc. We are how many here? We think we are 17, now we are 16. But whoever is in this meeting, whether you are a preferred customer, you can do that. Me, this last month, I saw a lady by the name of Meli, who started on 18th of October, the business as a preferred customer with a 3,200. By 17th, which is 9 days later, she became a full member. By the end of the month, she did 4.1cc. So if she can do it, all of us, we can do it. All of us, we can do it, leaders. All of us, we can do it. Sometimes we choose complaining over working. You've just been posting on the statuses and talking maybe to few fellow workers, your fellow colleagues, and you expect to make huge sales. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to go crazy. And sometimes there are some activities you do today and they're not going to give you the results today. Not even maybe tomorrow. Maybe they'll give you results in 2 months, in 1 month period, or in 2 months period, sometimes even in 3 months period. What is important is consistency. What is important is consistency. Not consistency of only posting on statuses, no, but consistency of doing the same activities, a lot of activities. So very bad that we can have an FPO can be having a challenge with bundles. It's very sad to see an FPO who can be having challenges with bundles to attend meetings or even transport money to move from point A to point B. I know sometimes it can happen, but it's sad that that can be maybe an habit that someone can even fail to have money to maybe even to pay for the meeting rooms. Let's say we are going to have the presentation this Saturday at Stays Hotel. We just need maybe to contribute maybe a 50 or 100 kwacha. Really, the whole week you fail to sell products like even one shoot for you to have just 100 kwacha to attend the meeting. Understand? It's really sad. And let's go after our goals, leaders. Let's do better, and I know we can do that. All right. So now that I've talked about retailing, we can also now talk about recruiting. Recruiting is very important. You want to create that legacy business, that empire, you need to recruit and equip those people with the same thing you are doing. Then trust me, the magic will happen to you. Trust me, the magic will happen. So now if I talk about activities you have to do when it comes to the recruiting, number one, it can be boosting. You can get prospects from boosting. Let me say every week ensure that you have at least 200 people coming in your inbox, and especially if it comes to boosting, because boosting half of that number is useless people. That's how it is. When you boost, half of the number you get is useless people. They just start to waste your time. But you can't just identify that and then to say this is a useless person. But along the way you check that this is a useless person. And to get a 200 number of people is very easy. It can cost you less than $10, sometimes even $5. You can collect 200 numbers of people. If you have created a good heart, maybe $10. Maybe let me put it just $10. You can collect at least 200 people. Meaning, meaning in this manner, you have a chance of you having a potential of 10 people being on your pipeline. On your pipeline. On your pipeline. At least 10 people. No pipeline, we say those potential people are saying, I will join the business. Out of that, you can have at least 100. Okay? Then when it comes to contact, no, this is per month. Let me say this is per month, 200 at least, meaning 50 people at least. A week, you are able to talk to at least 50 people. So this is to say maybe 50 people in a week can cost you about maybe $2 to $5 to have 50 people per week. So let me just say $5, meaning at the end, $5, you can have 50 people, $5. You can have 50 people coming in your inbox asking about the opportunity. Out of that, at the end of the month, I've talked to at least 200 people talking, like just starting the conversation. Some conversation will be falling off along the way, but at least from 200, you can end up having 10 people saying, wow, I'm ready to do the business with you. Then another activity is contact marketing. So contact marketing, this is a physical. Let's say you are moving out, you're going there, you are able to talk to people. And also maybe who do you know is the, let me also adapt the who do you know is in the contact marketing. Let's say the people you know, the people you knew from the secondary, whatever, you have to talk to them, maybe at least 100 of them. 100 of them, you can also have at least 10 people saying, I'm ready to do the business with you. So physical is more effective, physical contact marketing, which is physical, is more effective than boosting than online. That's why I had to put 200. You have to do 100 because I know physical are more powerful than social media. On social media, there's some people doubting you. There's some just useless people there. They don't have what to do, and they just click on your hand. So if you can able to balance up physical, maybe boost gives you at least 200, and physical give you 100. You can have at least 20 people on your pipeline. This can give you an estimate of about 2 to 4 people members joining your business in that particular month, let's say November, meaning you have talked to about 300 people. 300 people per that month. Out of that, maybe half of that is useless. And out of that, you have at least 20 people saying, I'm ready to do the business with you. So now, let me say you choose to go for boosting only, then double that number. Let's say if you have to boost $5 a week, boost $10. Meaning maybe per week you'll be talking to at least not less than 100 people. Meaning if per month you talk to at least 400, that's about 400 people. Out of 400 people, maybe 200 will be meaningful conversation. You end up having 20 numbers of people saying, I'm ready to do the business with you, either in this month or next month or the other month. But from that number of 20 people promising you can recruit at least 2 to 4 people. If I tell you, show me the list of your list that you're having, which is having 20 people who have promised you to start a business. Most of us who are here, we don't have that list. You see now why we are not recruiting, because you don't even have the list of 10 people, straight 10 people who have told you they'll start a business in October, November. You don't have that. Understand? So it's hard to recruit. So these are the activities that you can do. So now there are some tools you should have that can help you recruit. Activities you should have. One of them is Zoom presentation. The good part about Zoom presentation, maybe it's not even you who's going to present. Maybe it's your upline. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the Veronica can provide a presentation, Zoom presentation. Maybe another guy can provide a Zoom presentation. And ensure that those people, we're not just talking to them on chats. No, you're exposing them later to Zoom meeting. Second thing is physical presentations. Like here in Lusaka, we have number one, we have the presentation on Wednesdays at the product center. We also have the one at Staples Hotel every Saturday. You understand? So even if you're not in Lusaka, you can invite for that meeting. Some of you, let me say boosted. Let's say you have boosted, just put Lusaka. Wherever you are, you can have people who are in, you can receive numbers of people in Lusaka and you invite them. If you're not there, we can meet those people on your behalf. And you can even have a very big team in Lusaka, or some even in Lusaka. Imagine maybe your upline is in Lusaka and they're able to talk to your people, they're able to mentor your people, they're able to be with your people. Think of that. Your business will grow. Your business will grow. Then other activities, WhatsApp groups. So as an individual, as yourself, you should have now a WhatsApp group for your prospect, then also have your upline there. So there's something I'm doing at the moment where if you're my direct downline, you have to create a WhatsApp group. And when you create a WhatsApp group, every Tuesday, 21 hours, I do the Zoom presentation, WhatsApp presentation in that group. So what you need to do is, let's say if you're my direct downlines and I've never done that, I'm so sorry. Make sure you do that. Create your WhatsApp group. So when you create your WhatsApp group, let me talk like, let's say you're my direct downline, like Leader Wallen, create your WhatsApp group and add people there. Every Tuesday should be adding people there. I'll give you the message you should be sending there. So you had people there. So when you had people there, every Tuesday do WhatsApp presentation. So meaning people have exposed the business opportunity via Zoom, via physical, or the people you're meeting can add them there. So that group is where you're going to add all your prospects. So now, yes, this is what is happening. Let me say you're not my direct downline. Tell your upline to do the same, because whatever I'm sharing there, it is also happening like that. If that is not happening, you can reach out to me. I'm ready to help you with that. But that's what is we are doing. So if later WhatsApp group and all the people have been talking to, all the people have been sharing the opportunity to all your what to add them there, even the people have not yet talked to them, just add them there, because that group will judge you now. We're going to see how many people you have talked to, how many people you've been talking to. Some of us in here, we have just been, if we were to create that group, you find that you have only talked to about maybe 20 people or maybe 50 people for the past 4 months. And you see, that's why we are not maybe having good results. You know, it's very important to put in mind that you have to work for you to have results. I do see people, someone says they've talked only maybe to 20 people and they expect crazy results. They've talked to maybe to just 30 people and they expect to sell a lot of product. Really? Guys, we have to put in mind that to make money, you have to sweat. You have to put in the work before, if you're not having that money yet, you have to sweat for it. Until you have the money, the cash flow, that's when you can start thinking of, okay, now maybe the money can now start helping me make the money. Not when you don't have. You have to work hard. Not just don't be lazy, please. For God's sake, don't be lazy. Don't talk to 20 people. You want to from there, you recruit like all of them. You talk only to 20 people, you want to sell from those. No. Let's have that mindset of like you really want to work. Then other two is your uplines. Make sure you use your uplines in making things work. Make sure you use your upline to recruit so that they help you to talk to your people. Make sure you use your upline, but also most importantly, remain relevant on your social media platforms. Don't just share the opportunity and you're just posting those memes. You're posting just something which is not even in line with entrepreneurship or with normal things. Don't involve yourself into politics, please. If you're not a politician, don't involve yourself into politics things. Post something relevant on your socials, because those people who've been sharing the opportunity, they are following you every day. They are seeing what you are posting. They are there. They are there seeing what you are doing. So make sure you are posting something that is very relevant, something that even a person, when they look at it, they're like, okay, I want to work with this person. Because sometimes if I were to ask you, go on your social media platform, check it, and when you check it, ask yourself a question: can I recruit myself for this kind of the posting I do post? If your answer is no, then how can you expect to recruit another person? With what you are doing right now, and a person even wants to join you, let's say even if you're a preferred customer, even if you're an assistant supervisor right now, with the kind of activities you're doing right now when it comes to selling and other things, if you are to ask yourself, can a person join your business? Most times the answer is no. So this is to say you need to up the game. You need to put extra effort to ensure that you start having those results that you want to start having right now. Right? So set targets. It's very important to set targets. Real money is on 15th, because that's where you see the worth of your readership. The money is on the 15th of the month when Forever Now pays. That's where the real money is. We sell products, of course, we make money, but there are people I don't know. We make forces, and at the end of the month, we don't even have any money in the pocket that we can show. On the 15th, that's where the real money is, because it comes in bulk. That's where it measures the worth of leadership. Understand? Because if you coach people to make money, Forever pays you. If you coach yourself to do that for your assistant supervisor, that's where they're going to give you the most bonus. Leadership starts with self-leadership. If you're an assistant supervisor, you're failing to do forces, how can someone even be willing to work with you? How are you going to even to coach them? Start first by learning how to do forces. If you're able to do forces, you're going to make money, and you're going to have that confidence even to show another person how to make money. Imagine you're failing to do forces. When another person joins you, how are you going to coach them how to do forces as well? No, you have to learn how to do that forces so that even when you recruit, you can show another person how to do forces. Part of it is that you can recruit even a person, you do forces, you make forces, and you show another person to do exactly what you said you did. You just want to say the person, I recruited you, and I sold 2cc and I made 4cc. So you can also do the same. Look for another person to recruit and sell 2cc of the products. You're going to smash 4cc. So leaders, I repeat, real money is on 15th, because that's why you see the worth of your leadership. So this month, when 15th comes, when people are getting paid, check your bank account. Has Forever paid you anything? If not, just know that That's the worth of your leadership, either personal leadership or team leadership. Check on 15th and know if really you are doing the best for yourself or for your team. All right. So thank you so much, leaders. I believe it was so valuable, and I believe you've gotten something very important. And I believe this month of November, you're going to go after your goals. You're going to go after 4CC. Do 4CC. Don't miss 4CC in this month of November. My desire is to see all of us making money. My desire is to see all of us ticking our goals, because I know you did not start this business for playing. I know you started this business for you to make money. So make sure you go after your goals. Let's go smash those goals, guys. All the best and see you at work.